Aloha friends, welcome or welcome back or welcome for the first time. Today we are making two different types of lei that I made for the Merrie Monarch last week. Right now I am braiding my raffia, preparing it for a koa leaf lei that is made in what some call the hilo style, or it's a variation of the Micronesian ginger lei with the stems being tied in by the raffia. So right now I'm just preparing my raffia. I'm braiding it using 3 strands of raffia, and when I start twisting with the koa leaves, I'm going to go back down to 2 strands of raffia. So in the next clip we'll start twisting our koa leaves in, or actually preparing our koa leaves and then getting them ready and then twisting them in. So once you have all your koa leaves that you've picked from a tree where you have either taken from your own property or have asked permission to pick from another property, remember to only take what you need, never over harvest, and always ask permission to take what you need. These are from my ohana's property. My mom planted these koa trees maybe 30 years ago, maybe more, maybe a little bit less. These are super healthy. We've been getting lots of water up at the house, so they are thriving right now. So what I'm doing is I am picking all of my koa leaves. I'm finding generally the same size. I'll try to group them together. Don't use the kind of floppy new koa leaves up at the top. They'll just kind of flop around your lei and they won't be able to be tied in as nicely as the larger ones. So there's some seeds that you can dry out once they've matured and maybe plant your own koa leaves, koa trees. So I'm just picking all my koa leaves, checking them for bugs, gonna wash them, looking for any chompy chomps on the leaves and discarding those. All green waste materials can either go back to your garden or compost or green waste pile. Never throw them away if you can help it. So I am continuing to pick all the koa leaves that I think will look best. And then once I am pow with that, I will sort them into appropriate sizes and then start the twisting. Okay, now that you're ready, you've braided down your 3 strands of raffia, and now I'm only going to use 2. I take 2 koa leaves and I face them in opposite directions. I put them on top of the bottom strand, and then I bring that strand up and I twist it tightly, making almost a knot at the base of the 2 stems. So you can see I'm trying to make it really tight, and I'll give it another twist after I arrange it to my liking. I'll give it another twist sometimes to really lock it in place, but you just keep repeating this pattern. You take 2 koa leaves facing opposite directions, place them on top of your bottom strand of raffia, and try, if you can, try to make sure that your koa leaves are the same size so it's not all like kapakai and poking out. And then you twist the top strand over the bottom strand of the raffia. And you can give it another twist right here to really lock it in tight and make sure that those guys aren't going to go anywhere. Because sometimes, because the koa leaves are really slippery, so sometimes they'll fall out if they're not locked in place really tightly, or that's just how leis are. Sometimes they'll fall apart and it's nothing you can do about it. So you continue placing your 2 koa leaves opposite directions on top of your bottom strand. Take the top strand and twist over and then lock it in tight like that. Boom, locked in. And then you keep going. For this lei, I did a full neck lei, so a full neck lea'i. And then I made a second lei and I tied it to the top of the first lei. So basically you had 2 layers of koa leaves on top of each other, or one layer on top of the other. So it was super thick, super full, little bit heavy, but the person that ordered the lei gave it to her friend for Merrie Monarch. And she said her friend wore the lei 2 nights in a row and it held together just fine. So you could use this lei over and over again until the koa leaves started looking kind of tired. As long as you wrap it up in a tea towel. I wouldn't do wet newspaper because that might stick to it. But a tea towel, don't get it too wet because then it might spot from the water and the the cold of the refrigerator. But that thing will last. And here you go. Here's a look at the first layer of the koa leaf lei. Really cute. For the second lei I made for Merrie Monarch, I did my usual 1,000 punch eucalyptus, and I did a'ali'i twisted around it. This a'ali'i is from my ohana's house. My mom planted these years and years and years ago. They are probably double my height, so they're super tall and super healthy. Right now, I'm just going through each stem that I've picked and making sure that they're all kind of the same color. There's no dead ones in there. There's no bugs. Just cleaning it out and taking the little teeny tiny stems off of it. You can leave the stems on, but that kind of gives it a more hairy appearance. So if you want it neat and tidy, take the stems off. So you just go through your a'ali'i. See, look, this one has really cute little baby ones on it. But beautiful color red, super happy, super sturdy plant, can handle, and the lei will dry really, really nicely. It will eventually turn brown, but it will remain red for a while. So clean your a'ali'i, pick it, get it ready and prepped to go, and then you can ku'i it. When you're ready to ku'i your a'ali'i, you have it all ready to go. Let's see, today I am using the long lei needle just because I prefer that one, but you can probably use any one that's more comfortable for you. I'm also using raffia today. So the hardest part is threading the raffia through the needle because my eyesight is not as great as it used to be, so I have trouble threading that bugger. So you get your raffia ready, you thread your needle, tie a knot at the end of your raffia, a couple inches, so you want to make sure to leave enough at the beginning and at the end of your lei so you have enough to tie together. And then you just start to ku'i, and you can do any pattern you like. You can load it up. These guys can handle getting squished, rough handling, so you don't have to be too precious when you're making these lei with a'ali'i. I mean, obviously you give the plant respect and the honor that it deserves, but it is a sturdy plant and it can handle being pushed around a little bit. And there you go. And here you go, your finished lea'i of one strand of a'ali'i and one strand of 1,000, more like 2,000 punch of eucalyptus. It'll dry really nicely and you can use it over and over again.